the question, is this country really safe to live in? The link was related to the country. Most of the comments were positive, describing the place as safe and enjoyable, and I hesitated for a moment before clicking on that link. The moment I did, a video started playing. The scene sent chills down my spine.
Subscribe if you are making a part of wannafear channel.
My name is Tom, and I work at a company. My girlfriend Rebecca used to work with me, but due to certain reasons, the company had to let some employees go. Unfortunately, Rebecca was among them. Losing her job made her quite upset, and I was unsure of what to do to cheer her up. If I were in her place, I'd probably feel the same way. Rebecca applied for jobs at other firms, but nothing had worked out yet. Then one day, Rebecca received a call about a job offer, and I saw a spark of happiness in her eyes after a very long time. She was thrilled, and seeing her smile made me feel a bit relieved. But the job was in a foreign country, far away from where we lived. The thought of her being so far away from me didn't sit well, but I didn't want to be selfish. I knew if I stopped her, she would continue to be troubled by her job situation here. She was genuinely excited about this opportunity, and all I wanted was to see her happy, even if it meant being apart. 2 days later, Rebecca packed her bags and left for the new job in the distant country. She was supposed to stay there for 10 months, and during that time, I had to live away with the pain of being away from my girlfriend. It was excruciating. My heart was constantly filled with worry because she was all alone in a new place with no one to care for her. I couldn't help but overthink every possible scenario that could go wrong. Despite the distance, Rebecca and I stayed connected through daily video calls where we'd share every little detail about our routines. I was always concerned about her and repeatedly told her to stay safe. She would reassure me saying, "Don't worry, everything is fine here." But no matter how many times she said it, the anxiety never left me. Due to the significant time difference between our countries, my sleep cycle was completely disrupted. I would stay up late just to talk to her, which affected my health, but it was worth it to stay connected. Time passed, and Rebecca eventually met a friend named Haley, who worked with her. Rebecca and Haley started spending a lot of time together and planned to attend a Halloween party. Knowing she now had a friend to watch out for made me feel a little better, and I started to relax, thinking that at least she had someone to take care for her in my absence. As Halloween approached, I couldn't help but talk about Rebecca to my friends all the time. They would try to comfort me, saying things like, "Don't worry, she'll be fine." One day, one of my friends sent me a link with the question, is this country really safe to live in? The link was related to the country where Rebecca had gone for a job. Curiosity and concern led me to click the link. It directed me to an article about the country, and I began reading the comments section. Most of the comments were positive, describing the place as safe and enjoyable. But then again, nothing in this world is entirely perfect. Among all the positive comments, one stood out for me. "If you think this country is safe, check this out before visiting." Attached to this comment was another link. A strange sense of dread and curiosity overtook me, and I hesitated for a moment before clicking on that link. The moment I did, a video started playing. The scene sent chills down my spine. In the video, a young woman was tied up with her hands raised above her head. She was screaming for help, and before long, a masked man appeared behind her. He was holding a spiked baseball bat. The masked man leaned in and asked her, "What's your name?" Terrified and sobbing, she replied, "Please let me go, I beg you." But the man was relentless. He asked again, "What's your name?" Trembling, the girl said, "My name is Julie." The man let out a sinister laugh and said, "Wrong answer." Without hesitation, he swung the bat and struck her. Blood splattered, and she fell silent. I was paralyzed with fear. I quickly closed the website, my heart pounding in my chest. An overwhelming sense of dread consumed me, and I immediately called Rebecca. But there was no response. My anxiety grew with every passing second. I kept telling myself that sometimes she didn't answer right away, but deep down, I was terrified. It was the night of the Halloween party, and I knew Rebecca and Haley were there. To calm myself, I started scrolling through Instagram, and that's when I saw it. Rebecca had posted pictures from the party with Haley. They were dressed up in costumes, as people usually do at Halloween parties. The decorations and the costumes and the vibe were all typical of such events. As I examined the pictures more closely, I noticed something that made my blood run cold. In the background, on one of the photos, I saw him. The man from the video, wearing the exact same mask. My heart skipped a beat, and before I could process what I had seen, my laptop screen lit up with an incoming video call from Rebecca. Desperate, I answered immediately. What I saw on the screen made my blood freeze. Rebecca and Haley were tied to chairs, their hands bound behind them, just like the girl in the video. And standing behind them was that same masked man. Panic-stricken, I yelled, "Rebecca, who is that?" But she couldn't hear me. It seemed she had no idea I was watching. I could hear her crying, pleading, "Please let us go. We haven't done anything. What do you want from us? Please just let us go." At that moment, my phone buzzed with a notification. I looked at it and saw a message. "Transfer $10,000 into PayPal, or both of them will be killed." Desperate, I shouted, "Let them go, I call the police." Another message popped up. "Try it if you want." I turned my attention back to the screen, where the masked man spoke. His voice was chilling. He said to Rebecca, "Kill your friend and I'll let you live." "No, please, I can't do that," Rebecca cried. "Please just let us go. We won't tell anyone, I promise." The man leaned in closer, his tone not wavering. "Kill your friend and you'll be free." With trembling hands and tears streaming down her face, Rebecca took a sharp object that the masked man handed to her. Desperate to survive, she plunged it into her friend Haley. I was shaking uncontrollably, watching everything unfold in front of my eyes. The masked man laughed as he moved closer to the camera. "You did what I asked," he sneered. With trembling hands, I transferred the money from my PayPal account and begged, "I did what you asked. Now please let her go. Please don't hurt my girlfriend." The man replied, "Got it." And just like that, the video call ended. I sat there in stunned silence, staring at my screen. My mind was blank, unable to process what had just happened. Trembling, I tried calling Rebecca's number again and again, but there was no response. Suddenly, I received 2 messages from her phone. With shaking hands, I opened them. My heart stopped as I saw the images of Rebecca and Haley's lifeless, bloodied bodies lying on the ground.
If you enjoy animated horror stories like this, then subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.